Hello, everyone. It has been a funny day. I was actually devastated at this trade, but I thought it's just a state of mind. So I cannot really put all of my career on one day of trade. So I'm gonna do a trade breakdown on this. Going into the day, I was waiting for FOMC 2:30 p.m. and after 2:30 p.m. I was waiting for the macro time to do a trade. So the first news for FOMC comes at 2 p.m. where we did see this leg up, which stopped just before this high over here. And then we went down towards my point of interest. But since it was not my time of interest, I did not do anything. We went up. And then one more time at 2:30, we have the second FOMC news where I think Jeremy Powell speaks. We dumped again, which was clear manipulation until over here. This was my time of interest. And when I saw inverse Waverly gap closing above this up close candle, I thought the smart money reversal is already in, and I entered. And it dumped one more time, stopping me out. I could not enter again because I hit my daily loss limit. I did take a small trade on my live account where I made $100, but this was the prop from account. So what could have I done which would have stopped this loss? First of all, I over leveraged, which was a mistake I should avoid. I added two contracts over here. I should have only added one contract, put my stop below here, and it would have allowed me to re-enter over here. Otherwise, since I already hit my daily loss limit, I could not enter again. My drawn liquidity was clear. My drawn liquidity was this high over here, 540. My point of interest was clear. The SMR I anticipated wrong. I thought that closing above this candle would be the SMR, which is totally wrong. I think it was not the right way to look at it. Let's go down to lower time frame. So if you look at it clearly, if at a 1 minute chart, you will see that this is the high that was made before this low, right? This is just the candles in the middle, or this high that was made over here. So not sure why, but I chose this up close candle to be the SMR candle. But looking back at it, this was the low, this was the high, this was the actual low, and this was the change in state of delivery, not this, which I considered the change in state of delivery over here. So yeah, that's about it. It was in over time of interest, point of interest, targeting the drawn liquidity. NASDAQ moved out beautifully towards overdrawn liquidity. The only thing that we should have changed was less leverage and waited for an actual change instead of delivery. The funny thing is there was no smaller time frame SMT, although we had a higher time frame SMT over here, daily SMT with ES, which was something that made me bullish again. So just a lesson for me. I was actually sad about it, and then I remember that life is 90% of how you react and 10% of what happens to you. So I'm happy again. And then, of course, ICT says one losing day does not define your whole career, like your whole life. You know, I have to trade my whole life. So one losing day that does not define if I'm a bad trader or a good trader. What defines that is what I learned from that. The good thing that I learned from that is I know I chose a wrong candle to be my chain instead of delivery, and I was in a rush. And the other thing was that I over leveraged. All of these things I saw, and since I know it, I recorded it. I will be careful next time, and it's a good thing that I'm learning from it. The most important thing is that you learn from the mistakes, otherwise you keep on repeating it. All right. Thank you.